Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would.
It's sitting on my desk.
You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there, because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would.
America girl, get behind me, you're in danger. Except for you redhead people, y'all don't need to get behind me. Y'all need to be on the front lines actually, because y'all want to be the president's strongest soldier. So y'all need to get to step into the front of the line, because y'all are the ones who f***ed around, and I'm sick of it, quite frankly, the rest of us finding out.
Why'd they say there was thousands of hours of tapes of people doing horrible shit? Why'd they say that?
I feel like Trump thinks his base is stupid.
Donald Trump and his insurrectionist Barbies marching in line like they're one band, one sound. They would rather shut down the entire US Congress than let y'all see those Epstein files. You got them, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
If you don't know who Jeffrey Epstein is, he was a convicted trafficker of children.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
He did a bunch of horrible, nasty things, and he was in jail, and then suddenly he wasn't.
Man, it seems like a lot of coincidence.
Just this week, we saw that Pam Bondi, who has been failing 10s across the board, if 10s means doing a horrible job. Pam Bondi handed to their base, the MAGA base, the deep state, old conspiracy base, she handed them a tape with time missing.
The minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitively the video was not conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was.
Pam Bondi, if you want to get fired, just say that. So Pam tried to say that only a minute was missing from the tape because at some point the tape switched over.
Every year, every night, they redo that video.
Okay, but the question is 60 seconds enough time for someone to get in, do the deed, and then leave? I don't know, Pam, but that's the question that you need to be answering, because that's what your base wants to know. Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's right-hand trafficker, convicted and still in prison.
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly.
But now you see that the DOJ is going to have a conversation, do an interview with her, and I'm confused because they've already talked to her. My prediction is she's going to do an interview with the DOJ. She's going to say whatever needs to be said to get that orange jumpsuit off, and so she can go home.
I wanna go home.
It's the easiest play in the book. And I'm sure Trump's, ooh, that was old of me. And I'm sure Trump's people are already on the phone with her people telling her to keep it cute or keep it on mute. Allegedly. Anyway, Trump swore up and down that he was going to release the files, the Epstein files. He campaigned on that. He said he was going to be the most transparent president in history.
Most of you would agree to this. I'm the most transparent president probably in the history of this country.
Have y'all seen him this week trying to distract from actually dropping the files, dropping information about MLK after his kid said not to, talking about how he's returning real sugar back to Coke. He's talking about Obama committing treason and being under arrest. See how they bring up this old stuff to distract and detract their base from the real issue? Like, sir, you're doing everything except lowering prices and releasing the files. And you see this internal civil war with MAGA, like their whole personality traits, and I say they because I feel like they're like a hive mind. I said what I said. Their whole personality is exposing the deep state. All the elites are connected. They're hiding stuff. They're hurting children, and Trump was supposed to bust it wide open.
Donald Trump, if you can hear us, please, Donald Trump, please save me.
Okay, fine. And now that it's time, Trump is stalling. He told y'all to fall in line. He called you weak. He called you every name but a child of God, and you kept right on marching behind him, singing your little tune.
Real women vote for Trump.
So now what? Because the man y'all trusted to fight the elites is acting real. MAGA has been having meltdowns about this all week. Charlie Kirk was talking about it, and then finally he got so annoyed because he said,
I think the DOJ should immediately move to unseal all the Epstein documents.
I'm done talking about Epstein.
yeah, I know Donald Trump probably called you and said, can you please stop talking about this, because he's a good little lapdog, a good little boy. Megyn Kelly was on her show basically trying to put the blame on Pam Bondi, saying, Pam Bondi, this isn't enough.
Pam Bondi knew she was about to embarrass some of his most loyal surrogates out there.
What you see them doing is not really trying to attack Trump personally, but attack people around Trump, even though it's clear that Pam Bondi is doing what Trump tells her to do. So when she falls on the sword for him and she gets blamed, I hope the base knows and understands that he's just going to put another person in her place that's going to do the same thing that she did.
I'm gonna predict her days are numbered.
It's not going to end because, hello, Trump is the problem, but y'all don't want to have that conversation. And the receipts have been out there for years. Let's go back. Trump and Epstein were not casual acquaintances. They were on flights together. They were photographed together. They were at events together.
Receipts, proof, timeline. timeline.
They were warmly embracing each other at Coldplay concerts, right?
And truth be told, y'all never cared because y'all...
Let me stop.
Cut the cameras.
This person in office who has allegations.
Let's keep it at that.
One of the questions continues to be, is Trump not releasing these files because he's criminally implicated, or is he protecting his friends? I don't know, right? Probably a little bit of both, but we do know that he's in the files. Like, that's public record. The Republicans in office are hiding and gaslighting you into believing that they don't need to release these files. Pam Bondi tried to act like y'all didn't hear what she said. On the one hand, she said clear as day.
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
And let's not forget when she had those influencers up at that White House.
It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
Waving around those white binders talking about Epstein files like they had something secret when really everything in those files was public record. You got played again.
You got played. Look at yourself.
And you failed an open book test. Each time you act confused, I just refer you to any given page in Project 2025. Trump's approval rating on this is in the negatives, and I never thought that this would be what unites both sides of the aisle. But as expected, MAGA is already trying to pull back on that.
This is not what American families give a damn about.
Just to be clear,
they just don't
we do know.
But not everybody.
The Trump administration has become part of it. I mean, it's just, you cannot see it any other way. So I just got to the office. I'm going to go throw up, actually.
The cracks are showing. And although the Republicans in Congress are sticking together,
shutting Congress down early, Speaker Johnson has assured that August has become the Epstein recess.
The people who vote for Republicans are not. We're even seeing Andrew Schultz, who's extremely annoying.
People that they'll DM me and be like, you see what your boy's doing? You voted for this. I'm like, I voted for none of this. He's doing the exact opposite of everything I voted for.
Yeah.
What I see right now is, for the first time in a long time, I think MAGA is starting to turn the tide on Trump, especially over this Epstein stuff, and they're seeing through the BS, through the gaslighting.
Honestly, one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Saying, look, we think that you talking about Obama and Hillary and Russiagate, you're throwing that out there to distract us from the files. And if you don't want us to see the files, why? Could this be the end of the MAGA movement and their obsession with Trump? And if so, who's going to take Trump's place? Because we know how cults work, right? Always there's another person to take the cult leader's place. So is that person going to be JD Vance? Check out my last video to find out. Thanks for watching, you guys. Please let me know in the comment section what I should talk about next, what you liked and what you didn't like about this video, how I can improve all that. And so see you next time.